Severim. Severim.
The footsteps of such a war are being heard that this war will not remain only on the battlefields. It will also engulf hearts, relationships, and loyalties. The trailer for episode 20 clearly shows us that the story has now entered a much more dangerous phase. While the enemy is at the gates on one side, internal conflicts are growing strong enough to destroy everything at any moment on the other. This time, the biggest test is for Sultan Orhan Bey. As a father, his heart is wounded because his daughter is in danger. But as a ruler, the responsibility of the state rests on his shoulders. At this very point, a person must choose either their heart or their duty. And this inner conflict is the most important element that makes this episode so special. The trailer begins with a heavy and gloomy atmosphere in Bursa. There is a strange silence in the air, almost like a sign of an approaching storm. Sultan Orhan Bey enters the castle with his soldiers. There is no piece of victory on his face. Instead, there is a burden, a chinta. Nilüfer Hatun is waiting for him at the gate, along with the other women of the palace behind her. Although this scene looks like a welcome, it actually carries a deep tension, because Orhan Bey returns not with peace, but with problems. On the battlefield, the situation changes rapidly. Alaeddin Ali stands out as a brave and determined commander. Under his leadership, the attack is fast, planned, and ruthless. Without any hesitation, they advance on the enemy. Shahin Shah's tribe comes under great pressure. The sounds of swords, the galloping of horses, and the cries of the wounded fill the air. Meanwhile, Bahram Bey steps forward like a true Alp. Despite being covered in blood, he does not step back. Fighting on the front line, he gives strength to his soldiers. His very presence becomes a source of fear for the enemy. This is no longer a warning, but a full-scale war. And then the awaited moment arrives. Sultan Orhan Bey and Shahin Shah face each other. There is no distance left between them, nor diplomacy. Just two powerful leaders in a confrontation that will determine their fate. Orhan Bey's words reveal the seriousness of the moment. We have talked enough. Now the swords will speak. This is not just a statement, it is a declaration of war. But the story does not end here. Shahin Shah may be surrounded, but he is not defeated. The determination in his eyes remains the same. Such men do not surrender easily. Before they fall, they burn everything. And it is very clear that this war is far from over. The trailer then takes us to a shocking scene. Night, a dark forest, and flames everywhere. Complete chaos prevails. In the middle of this chaos, Yid stands before Flavius. There is anger and hatred in his eyes. But then suddenly, he changes direction and turns toward Fatma Hatun. This moment happens very quickly and unexpectedly. His words are cold and ruthless. Before anyone understands what is happening, he attacks. Fatma Hatun is wounded. This scene is not only shocking, but also a turning point in the story. This attack is not just physical damage, it is also an emotional breaking point. Now this war has become personal. The attack on Fatma Hatun means crossing a line of no return. For Flavius, this event could be a major turning point. Most likely, it will bring him even closer to Orhan Bey's side, because some wounds change a person forever. Inside the palace, the tension is no less than on the battlefield. There is a silent struggle between Nilüfer Hatun and Princess Asporsa. They look at each other but do not speak. This silence actually says a lot. The distance between them is not only physical, but also emotional. This tension increases even more with Daphne's words. She claims that there is a closeness between Orhan Bey and Asporsa. Whether this is true or a game is not yet clear. But one thing is certain. These words could ignite a major conflict within the palace. Because sometimes the greatest wars are fought not with swords, but with words. At this point, Orhan Bey says something very important. Sometimes, for the state, one must put their heart on the line. This statement changes everything. This is no longer just a war, but also a story of sacrifice. Orhan Bey knows that he himself will pay the price of the decision he makes. In the dungeon, Daphne's scene draws attention. She shouts in desperation, expresses her feelings openly, and forces Nilüfer Hatun to accept the truth. Although her words may seem weak, they can actually have a great impact. Because sometimes, the most dangerous words come from those who are chained. Al-Din Ali once again shows his foresight. He is not only a warrior, but also a strong strategist. He warns Orhan Bey, this war will not end easily. Then he presents a suggestion that could surprise everyone. Maybe it is necessary to make peace with the emperor.